way too fly. Shine in the nighttime. I'm a vampire, but I don't bite. Come inside when it's daylight, but please don't waste my time. I'm timeless, I can't lie. I bet I can hit it, give me one night. If I say the right line.
I tell you, say you the one. Oh, girl, I tell you, say you the one. For your heart, girl, I belong. I'ma get passion. Oh, we are promised that you be the one.
Hey YouTube, so this is going to be my first video. My first video is going to be basically story time of my first fight. So I'm not going to get into like, I was like 11. I don't even remember because it's a while ago. So I just remember me with my friends. I had like two best friends or two closest friends. They weren't my best friends, but I was with like a couple of my friends. We were in ISS. They called it the Nest at SHU, Medill Middle School for some reason. So I was in the Nest or whatever. So I guess we all got separated because one of my friends had gotten in a fight. Forgot her name. She was going out with this boy for a really long time, and she fought this girl. So you know, her boyfriend jumped in and helped their fight or whatever. So the boy had beat the girl up or whatever. So I guess they tried to jump one of my other friends. She's considered my sister, but one of my friends. So we like, you know, our little bed. So all three of us left the ISS and we went around the school looking for the girls who tried to jump my friend. So we're walking around. It's like they like radioed and was like, oh my God, Booze and her two friends left the nest and they're trying to look for the people who tried to jump her friend. So you know, we see the people like, but they're like escorting them. So you know, we try to like run down that way. But it was like all these teachers and like they closed the doors so we won't get by. And we was with my friend, we was like, what happened? She was like, oh, they tried to jump me, and stuff like that. So we was like, oh really? So we, you know, us, we was talking our stuff, why didn't you try to do that while we was around, stuff like that. So they escorted us back to the nest. And when we was going back to the nest, it was like a banging on the door. So it was a banging on the door and all the teachers was outside. Mind you, there was no teachers in the nest. It was just us and a couple other people. So it was a bang on the door. They're like, bitch, come outside. Come out here. It wasn't come outside, but come into the hall. So we're trying to open the door. And it's like a teacher like holding the other side of the door so we won't get out. So we're literally like just doing this. And the teacher's like just grabbing it so we won't get out. So we're like, let go of the doorknob. Let go of the doorknob. He wasn't letting go of the doorknob. So we're like, okay. We said them. Then they're still like all out, you know, being all extra. So we just leave it alone. We was like, okay, we're gonna catch him when we catch him. Simple. So, you know, we was in there for like the whole day. We was just boiling, just chilling, having fun, stuff like that. And it wasn't until the end of the day, mind you, everybody was getting on their bus. I was a walker because I like lived like right down the street from my school. So I'm taking a little pathway and my friend told me, she was like, let me walk with you home. Because she was going to come to my house. She was like, let me walk with you home because I feel like they're over there plotting, trying to fight you. So I was like, girl, I said, get on your bus, go home. Nobody's worried about it. So we're going to catch them when we catch them. So she was like, no, let me walk home with you. She kept saying, I'm like, yo, dog, get on your bus. You're not coming home with me. Get on your bus. Like, and even if they did, I'm a fuck. So I start walking home. I look back, like when I started walking home, see, the thing with my house was like the way SHU was kind of set up. We like, it was like a pathway. It was a gate, a pathway to the. It was like a soccer field. Then it was a pathway where you walk straight down. And then it's like a little highway. Then there's a crossing guy. The crossing guy would like help you cross the street. Then my house was like down that street and then all the way down the street, whatever. So I'm walking. You know, I was kind of walking with some of my friends. They were not my friends, but they were associates. So I was walking with them. You know, we was all making jokes. And their house was before mine. So they went down the house where, you know, I kept going down. Then right by, it was like this karate place. outside right when I'm walking past. I look back, I didn't see nobody. So I'm like, okay, like maybe my friend was paranoid because, you know, I was trying to look out for myself. So I'm like, okay, my friends is paranoid. Look back, nobody was there. I kept it pushing. So I'm by like the karate place. And that's when I hear like somebody like yelling and running. So I'm not paying it no mind because I don't think it's for me. So I'm still walking, whatever. And I hear, yo, who's? So I turn around, you know, I'm like, so I turn around and I was walking with one of my bros, stuff like that, most of my peoples. Because, you know, we all lived in the same complex. I was walking with them. And we turn around, we all stop. And she was like, drop your stuff because I want to fight you. Da, da, da. So I'm looking at her like, fight me for what? Like, beef was with you. She like, drop your stuff. I'm not no punk. I'm like, fight me for what? Like, the beef's not with you. Who are you? Then I'm like, oh, this the one girl. And she come with her little 2 rats in the back. Yeah, I don't care. So she come with her little 2 ratatouilles along or whatever. And they're all day. The one girl was holding her stuff. She like tying up her braids or whatever, doing this. And the one girl was recording. So, she was like, come on, I'm gonna fight you. So I'm like, I said, you wanna fight me? She was like, yeah. I said, you sure you wanna fight me? She was like, girl, come on, da da da, if I smack you. I said, so I dropped my binder, I dropped my stuff, and at the time I didn't have a book bag because it was like towards, I don't even remember, but I didn't have a book bag, and I know it was hot outside because it was sunny. So, you know, she tried to throw the punch, and I just kind of like, whoop, dipped it, boom, I cracked her. Then she grabbed like my hair and was just like cracking my head or whatever. So I'm getting with her. I grab her hair, her braids too. And she has me, I have her. We're just going at it. We're going at it. I wish I still had the video. I would showed you guys. We were going at it. We were going at it. And then it was like this, like one punch. This one punch where she actually like really cracked me, but the only thing she was doing was cracking me on top of my head. So I got tired of her hitting my head because I was getting a headache. So I'm doing this. So I kind of like back up and I swing her like towards the floor and boom, I just dropped her on concrete. I'm trying to tell you, anybody who was there would tell you I really dropped this girl on some nigga stuff. So I dropped her on the floor and I'm just boom, boom, and I'm just cracking her in her face. So I could have sworn this girl tried to jump in it. Cause she was like, that's her friend. She's like, hold the fuck on. But I was cool with the girl too. She's like that. She was like, hold the fuck on. Ah. So I could have sworn she jumped in it and started cracking me. So, you know what I did? I had a girl like this. I'm cracking her. Then when she tried to jump in it, like she kind of like just tried to separate it, I guess. Try to get in the middle. But I could have sworn she was cracking my head because I'm not crazy. If I have shorty like this on the floor and she's just grabbing her braids, trying to cover her face and stuff like that, and her hands down here, she's on the floor and I'm on top of her just cracking her. How's her hands gonna go on top of my head? So I grabbed girl dress and I grabbed her hand and I bashed them together. So I tried to throw the dyke on the floor, but she's like, what are you doing? I'm trying to separate the fight. So I push her on the floor and I'm like, bitch, you know, talking about tough Tony shit. I'm like, bitch, what? So I'm doing this, I'm like, what? So she's like, I'm trying to separate the fight. Da, da, da. And I'm like, no, bitch, you jumped me. And I'm like, and I was dumb for you because one of my friends ran to my sister's bus stop. My sister was going to Newark High School. She ran to my sister's bus stop and like, man, I'm trying to jump your sister. So my sister and her friend dropped their stuff at the, like, literally at, like, right there on the street and ran to where I was at. It was literally just up the street. So they ran over there. So then I, like, let go of the girl I was fighting. I'm like, bitch. And I'm like, go the fuck home, ho. So I'm walking away. And now it's like the karate place. Then right next door it was like a shopping center. So it was like a Dunkin' Donuts. We at the Dunkin' Donuts. So I'm walking away. She tried to sneak me. I turned around like, boom, like slammed her into the, like the concrete. It was like a concrete wall. So I slammed her into that. And I'm just cracking her. She cracking me too. But she didn't do enough to leave any damages on me. Like, I was really fucking her up. Then my sister coming, running with her little friend. And they're like, oh my God. They're like, yo, Maria beating her out. Maria beating her up. So then I let her go, and she's really still trying to like fight me, and she's still following me. And then it got to the point where me and her, my sister came. She's like, well, what's the problem? Nah, you know, my little sister got us. She's like, what's the problem? Nah, nah. And then where I had dropped my stuff at, my friends was telling me, because I had these different glasses that were kind of like square glasses at the time. And they told me when I had dropped my stuff, the girl, her little dyke friend, broke my glasses and put it like back in the It wasn't back in it, but it was on top of my glass case. Like, she broke the lenses. She popped the lenses out, snapped it in half, then snapped the legs or whatever. So when I'm getting back to get my stuff and she going back to get her stuff, she's still following me. So I realized my glasses broken. I'm like, I was snapping at the time. I'm like, I'm not playing with none of y'all. I'm like, who the fuck touched my glasses? And my bro was like, it was that dyke over there. So I'm like, oh. I said, oh, the bitch I'm cool with. So I'm like, oh, you broke my glasses? Boom. Jumped on my stuff. And I'm like, what's up? Her brother like, no, she not in the fight. I said, boy, I don't give a fuck. Boy, I'm saying her, just follow her like, what's up? And she's backing up. Like, I didn't touch your glasses. So my sister grabbed me. She's like, yo, calm down. We're still walking towards my house and like in the middle of the street. She's like, no, come on, because I want to fight again. So it was this white lady, a white lady like watering her garden or whatever, her flowers. And she's like, get away from the front of my house. So I'm saying her chewing that white lady up. And I'm like, fuck you, bitch, mind your business. Da-da-da. You know, just cussing her out. So she's like, I'm calling the police. So, you know, I'm sitting here telling her and my sister, like, yo, stop being disrespectful to her, you know, whatever. So, girl drop her stuff, I drop my stuff, and we're still fighting, but I'm out of breath. She's out of breath, I'm cracking her, and she's not even hitting me back. I'm just cracking her. So then, boom, I put her on the floor again. Boom, I mollywopped this shit out of her face. Like, I, cocked it back all the way here. Boom, and I just cracked it while I had her hair. So I do this to her, and I kick her. One time, my sister was like, all right, that's it. And I'm like, all right. And I said, now, bitch, go the fuck home. How about that? I said, bitch, you came all the way out here to get your ass whooped. And bitch, you live all the way over West Side. I said, bitch, take that shit back to your house. I was cussing her out, like. And then when she had got up and I was walking away, we was riding the same bus. Because I didn't live, like, at the time I moved out of there. I was living with my grandma. So me and my sister every day had to take the dark bus to, my grandma's house. So mind you, they had missed the first bus, so they had to catch the dark bus with us, but it was going the same way or whatever. So this girl, when I had kicked her and I punched, I guess my punches, when I had this girl on the floor before and I was cracking her, I guess I left this girl a whole black eye. She had to go to court for something, like, I guess she was stealing or doing whatever she was doing, but she had to go to court and left her a black eye, stuff like that. And you know, she left me alone. Then like a couple hours later, when me and my sister got on the dark bar, she was hyping me up. She's like, yeah, dap me up and all. She's like, yeah, good job. You fucked that bitch up. Now she gonna know not to fuck with you. Da-da-da. So I'm like, yeah. So then we see this girl get, like, my sister's trying to, like, do my hair because my hair all up. You know me, I'm trying to get cute. She doing my hair, combing it out, stuff like that. And she was like, it's okay. She was like, don't, when you go to school, don't try to start no trouble with her. You don't say nothing to her. She say something to you. She said, you know what to do again. So we on the dark bus. Then we see her friend get on it. But boy, when I tell you, I was eyeing her down. Shorty wouldn't even look at me when she got on the bus. When she got on the dark bus, she put her $2, sat the fuck down. She went all the way to the back and she got off before us or whatever. Now my sister got off, but we know that she wasn't on the bus when we had got off. So it's like, oh, she got off before us. So a couple hours later, I was on my phone, going down my tail on everybody, you know. Nobody really, some people knew about the fight because it was recording it, not everybody, you know. So people would ask me, who was you fighting? Why you beat up that girl like that? And I was like, what girl? I don't fight nobody. So, well, I left it out there, and then it was this girl who posted a video who didn't like her. She was like, girl, how you talk all that shit, but you can't even fight? She said, shorty was very dicking your shit, homegirl, stuff like that. She's like, imagine you fighting me, da-da-da. So, she, DM'd me. I didn't even know she followed me. Or she didn't follow me, but she DM'd me. She DM'd me and was like, can you tell whoever that is, I'm pretty sure it's one of your friends. She's like, can you tell her, take that video down? And I'm like, no. I said, I can't control what people do. I said, your own friend was recording it. She said, yeah, but I told her to delete it. I said, oh, you wanted her to delete it because you got your ears whooped? She was like, look, I probably should never fought you, because the problem wasn't with you. She said, you just won't forget this happened? And I showed my sister. I'm like, look what this little punk ass girl said. Like, girl, you done walked all the way to my house. You followed me to my house and got beat up. So I'm like, look what she said. She was like, now you better tell her you don't want to be her friend. You don't be friends with people after you fight them. So I'm like, no, yeah, I'm not going to be your friend. So I'm like, she's like, you just want to forget all of this happened. So me trying to get over it, I'm like, you know what? I said, I'm not worried about it. I didn't tell her, yeah, I'm going to forget about it. But I'm like, I'm not worried about it. She was like, yeah, people just asked us in school and we thought you could just say no. I said, I'm going to tell the truth. But she was like, okay, just make sure your friends don't post the video or whatever. So I was like, okay, like, is it okay? Make sure your friends not going to post the video. I'm like, okay. So, yeah. And the next day when we went to school, all her friends, her little fake friends, all her boyfriends, stuff like that, her male friends, her female friends, they were all just, you know, look at me. They're like, yo, that's the girl that beat, you know, who, I'm not going to say her name. But they was like, yo, that's the girl who beat, such and such. And then it was like, at lunchtime, it was all like, why you beat her up like that? You know, she had to go to court like that with her black eye. She got in trouble for that. She had to get an ankle bracelet because you're not supposed to be fighting. And I said, I was like, oh, well, she asked for it. She should never follow me home. I was like, what? She followed you home? What happened? And one of her friends was there. And they was like, yeah, I seen you fighting her. And I was like, oh, how come you didn't get out the car? And they was like, oh, because that's not my business. So I was like, whatever. But, yeah, it was like, I seen you fighting her. You did your thing. It was like, yeah, I be beating the shit out of her and stuff like that. And after that, I tell you, that girl, she wanted to beef with my friends, but she didn't want beef with me. Long story short or whatever. So yeah, that girl fought, but I guess she got over it. And every time she had a problem with my friend because my friend was still in her man. Her man was all up on, you know, my friend. So every time I would come around, she wouldn't say nothing to me. She would just be like, you buck at her. But when I come around, this girl be on hush. Cause you know, I guess she knew now, like, okay, yeah, I can fight, girl. I might have been quiet. Just, I guess she knew now, like, yeah, oh, she could fight, she can go. So, you know, after that, we kind of really didn't talk because, you know, she was kind of like in 8th grade and I was in like, what, 6th grade, 5th grade, I don't remember. But yeah, after that, she kind of just left me alone. She didn't say nothing to me, didn't look my way, didn't buck at me. She might have bucked at my friends, but she never bucked at me. But yeah, that's how I got in my first fight. Like, it was kind of funny to me because she followed me all the way home to catch an ass whooping. But yeah, now you know you can't underestimate people. So yeah, that is the end of my story time of my first fight. You guys can share this video. You guys can subscribe, like the video, comment below. Stay tuned, guys, for my next video.